totally stoked. Bitcoin prices have broken out of our 1, 2, 3 formation. The RSI has broken the trend line, and the MACD is just breaking the trend line right where I was wanting it to go. But there is a warning here that I'll talk about more later in the video. It's great to have you along for another Bitcoin TA video. If you like this content and you find it helpful, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and help me out growing this channel by leaving a comment down below. Let me know where in the world you are viewing this video from. Let's jump into this breakout and see how significant this is. We're going to take a look at what Bitcoin dominance is doing and what does that mean with the altcoins and how can you benefit and make profit out of this. If you really want to make money in altcoins on the next trend, watch through to the end of this video. I don't want to belabor the point, but here we are on the 12-hour looking at the relative strength index. This is where I was getting very excited we're going to break out. Here again, I was watching for the big breakout. Then as we're coming in consolidating, I was cautiously optimistic here and we got the big breakout. Really nice to see. Now we'll take a look later in the video to see if this is going to pull back and why I think it may. But right now, let's look at the 12-hour MACD. It's crossed over the trend line where I've been watching it for, but it's still also within range to turn around and bounce down. One of the most bullish things to see, though, is that the daily MACD has crossed positive. We've got a little green histogram there, but we still have 11 hours for this to finish playing out this candle. I want to take a look at Bitcoin dominance. And when we take a look at Bitcoin dominance, it's just about to cross on the 12-hour EMA. We have the break of the downtrend line. If we're looking at this as a normal trade pattern, it came down to a number 1 point, the lowest price in the downtrend. Came up, came down, tried to break down lower, but failed. And now it's breaking higher than the number 2 point right there. This is the trading signal that we use for the Crypto SmartWatch control panel, and we use it to watch every single altcoin, both in the bottom formations and the top formations. And then we put that together into our Crypto SmartWatch report, and it is boiled down to this control panel where you get all of the data on every single coin. But as a subscriber, you would see that we're down to just 14 hold status coins now in all of the 280 coins on Binance. We have another 35 that are in partial hold stance, but as Bitcoin dominance breaks out today, as we're seeing in the charts, this is going to change drastically by tomorrow. So when we take a look at Bitcoin dominance and we talk about the breakout, here we can see that dominance has made a very strong surge upward. If I clean this up and I put Bitcoin prices in the background, we can see that dominance is increasing as Bitcoin prices are going up. This is really important to pay attention to because the alt versus Bitcoin price is going to be suffering. But we may see that, like in the shitcoins here, it seems like the altcoins are going up in US dollar value. So what's the problem? The problem is Bitcoin is going up in US dollar value so much faster than alts. So Bitcoin is growing faster than the alts are right now. That means that alt versus Bitcoin is going to be shrinking, and I want to have all my money in Bitcoin right now. I talked about in the video in more detail in the video yesterday, so I'll refer you over to that one. There'll be a link up along the side right now that really gets into detail about this. But here we can see the visual evidence of Bitcoin dominance rising, even though the dollar value of altcoins are going up. I know I go over this and over this, but I made a $500,000 trading mistake by not understanding Bitcoin dominance. And so now I put a lot of attention into Bitcoin dominance and to following it on a crazy detailed level with every single different coin, so that we can get the average, we can see which coins to be into, when to be out of them, and make the most out of the boat rocking from side to side as money goes back and forth from Bitcoin into altcoins, altcoins into Bitcoin. It goes back and forth, and we know it does. So we want to be on the correct side of the boat so that we're gaining in US dollar value the fastest that we can, no matter which way the boat is rocking. If we're into alts or if we're into Bitcoin, even though we have such great news and confirmation with the relative strength index and with the MACD indicator here on the daily and the 12-hour and the 4-hour, really good confirmation breakout, We are just crossing on the 4-hour EMA, and from my own experience, this is the time where we get the most fake out breakouts. And I've lost tons of money chasing after buying in on a 4-hour EMA breakout, just like this, a 1, 2, 3 formation. Everything's confirming really nicely. I buy into it, and only to have the prices show a little bit of profit for a bit. Then they pull back and retest ridiculous levels that catch my stop loss. They consolidate, and then they take off like nothing had happened. And it's happened to me over and over again where I get burned at the end of this trade. If you've ever had a similar experience with your trades, leave a comment down below and let me know about your most disastrous trade. We've probably all had one. Because of our Discord group and the way that other people come in and they're talking about their trading styles, they're very open about what they're doing and live examples of their trades, I learned through a specific example of going long on a trade like this and posting it in our Discord chat with a screenshot how happy I was with the trade going long on this. At the very same time, without any conversation between us, one of the members posted that he just went short in this market and how happy he was that he was going to make money on this. And well, it turned out that he ended up making almost exactly the money that I lost on that trade. He explained and demonstrated the Bollinger Band mean reversion trade signal. Now, I talk more about this for our pro alerts. It's not something that we do with the bull market watch. We'll see how this plays out. We'll talk about this in the next videos coming up. And should we get that pullback, I'm watching for the relative strength index to hold itself up above these levels right here. If we do get that pullback in the Bollinger Band mean reversion, what I'm expecting to see here in the MACD is that it stays above these levels all the way through this mid-level here now. It has to stay above this level as it pulls back, and in order to hold the bullish stance and to keep us going up from here. And that wraps it up for this video. The rest of my day will be spent watching Bitcoin dominance and scanning through all of the different alts to double check each of them. Our team will scan through all of the neutral status coins every single day, and we'll tell you when the new alerts are coming up and when to get ready for Bitcoin dominance going up high enough that it's making a top formation. That's when we're going to be loading up into the alts. We're going to use our special report to dig through to the alts that made the best moves through this 2021 bull markets, and we're going to focus on those ones that already made big moves, and we're going to leave those coins that laid flat all year, and we're going to depreciate our interest in investing in those coins. As you can see, we've got loads of information for the serious altcoin investor. There's nothing out there like this stuff. Thanks again for joining in this Bitcoin TA video. I'll see you on the next one. Trade safe and keep those losses small.